Beto O'Rourke back in the Valley as he continues his campaign for governor.
Beto O'Rourke está de nueva cuenta en el Valle.
Beto stressing the importance of health care access.
We want to make sure that we expand Medicaid so everyone can see a doctor or fill a prescription. And we need more investment in the Valley so that we can produce more jobs that keep more young people here.
O'Rourke making it a point to bring up events that mark big changes in the lives of Texans, including the overturning of Roe v. Wade and the subsequent banning of Texas abortions, as well as the winter freeze of 2021.
In the energy capital of the world, when the temperature dropped last February, the man in power could not keep the power on for the people that he is supposed to serve.
6 weeks after the shooting at Robb Elementary in Uvalde.
After the shooting in El Paso that killed 23 people, after Sutherland Springs and Santa Fe High School in Midland, Odessa, and now Uvalde has done nothing to keep guns out of the hands of people who would use them against us and our kids.
Necesitamos defender, proteger las vidas de nuestros hijos, de los estudiantes en las escuelas. El gobernador Greg Abbott no están haciendo nada para proteger los niños. Están protegiendo las fábricas de armas, los negocios de armas. Necesitamos soluciones como una revisa de antecedentes o universal background check, una red flag law, bandera roja, para proteger las vidas y también para proteger la segunda enmienda.
Based on the last two Quinnipiac polls, Abbott's lead has shrunk by more than half.
And for his upcoming tour of Texas, he is expected to hold 70 public events in over 65 counties. The trip starts on the 19th in El Paso.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to subscribe, click the link below.